Today I'm going to be making a gluten-free pizza crust made with LiveKuna's quinoa flour. So this recipe, when you get your hands on a bag of this, you're going to see the recipe right here on the back. It's super easy to make and you're going to love making this at home for your family. So all you need is a big bowl to mix all your ingredients in, and then what you're going to do is add your quinoa flour. That's the base of this recipe. And adding to this recipe is going to be some milled chia seeds. So this is what's acting as our egg, what's going to bind our recipe together. So those are our two dry ingredients, a little bit of salt, and then for our wet ingredients, we've got some water. So make sure you just get a little bit of water ready to go in a bowl, and I'm going to add in some honey and some olive oil. So this is what's going to stick the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients. This is the fun part, mixing it all together. So make sure that you scoop in those chia seeds with the quinoa flour, so get that all mixed in. And then what I like to do is add the wet ingredients right into the middle of that. Make sure you get every last bit. So just get that in there and then just start mixing that around. All right, it's looking good. And at this point, I am going to get my hands in there. So what you're looking for in terms of consistency is something that's going to stick together when you press it together. So we want a dough, and essentially this is making a really, really simple dough without any yeast or any time to sit. Put that on my cutting board. So now it's time to just get this pounded together. Get that onto our tray. And now we can start forming it into our pizza crust. Just press it out, or you can grab a rolling pin, but I just like to use my fingers and press it out into a circle. All right, so that's just about ready, looking perfect. Now I'm just gonna poke it with a fork a couple of times. And now it is ready to go in the oven at 400 for 10 minutes. So now that our pizza is out of the oven, it looks great. I'm gonna build a vegetarian pizza. So I'm gonna show you how to put together some simple ingredients to make a delicious vegetarian dinner at home. So on your pizza, you can add some tomato paste. You can also use a homemade tomato sauce, whatever you have on hand, but I like a very simple tomato paste. So get that all spread, nice and beautiful and colorful. So on top of this pizza, I'm gonna put some onions, red onions for color, and I love the taste of red onions. They're just nice and sweet and just have a really great aftertaste. Some mushrooms. So these are cremini mushrooms. You can use portobello, you can use shiitake, whatever mushrooms you love to use. All right. And of course, we've got to add a little bit of green to our pizza. So I've got some sliced up spinach. You can use arugula, you can use kale. Looking colorful and beautiful. And last but not least, and it's totally optional, is you can add some goat cheese. So I've got some goat cheese right here. I'm just gonna crumble that up and sprinkle it on top. So now it's ready to go in the oven. It just needs about 5-10 minutes just to get the cheese melted, some of the ingredients cooked, and so that you can serve it at home nice and warm. So after about 10 minutes, my pizza's ready. You can see the cheese is just slightly melted, everything's cooked down. It looks perfect and ready to go.